Why did you think this was important enough to call a special session, Governor?
Well, it's getting very frustrating, for example, on a fire that we could have stopped at the total cost for the taxpayers of about $2 million. But because of drone interference, we've let the fire get away from us. Now we're up over $10 million in costs. And we had, in spite of all the publicity, here just 2 days ago, we had another drone fly in and interfere with our air support in trying to suppress the fire. It's got to stop. It's discouraging, so we're going to look at enhanced penalties and see what else we can do, in fact, to stop this from happening.
Governor, have police been able to catch or, anybody prosecute any of the people responsible for this?
They have not. We are working on what we have available for technology to not only knock them out of the air, but to trace back to the sender, whoever is the owner and the person that's sending up the drone. We're also looking at legislation that will double the fines, maybe increase the penalties, as well as the ability for us to, in fact, to shoot them out of the air, do some way to dismantle them in the air so we don't have to, in fact, ground our air support.
That's the question I have: is that is addressing it with increased penalties going to be sufficient? We need to address it with technology.
Well, that's right, and we're looking into that. We're working with our National Guard to see what kind of technology we have to find either the ability to find the origin, who is the perpetrator, or see if we can, in fact, interfere with the radio signals so we can knock them out of the air with technology, short of using some kind of, a gun or some other kind of a mechanism to knock it out of the air.
I know there's going to be some also interim meetings going on today, one of them dealing with the death penalty. Do you have anything having to do with any of, those recommendations regarding the death penalty?
No, I think this is just fact-finding, the information, nothing on the call that would have us do anything legislatively regarding the death penalty.
May I ask you one more question about the drone issue? I know that you might be hearing from people on the drone side of it, Governor, saying that they have rights too, although it's hard to think of what rights they might have when it comes to getting in the way of people who are fighting fires. But are you hearing from anyone on their side of it?
Frankly, no, because I think most people understand there's a responsible way to utilize your drones. And again, the technology, I'm sure they're fun, and you can certainly get some aerial photographs and things that would be, positive. But you can't interfere with an emergency service out there. It is a felony. You contact any of our fire suppression, our equipment, our aircraft, it's a felony. And so now we found a little gap in there between misdemeanor and felony where you just get in the way and force us to land because of safety issues for the pilots. And that's an area that's a gray area that we're trying to see if we can, in fact, address in this upcoming special session.
And quickly, Governor, are we expecting any sort of decision to come from today?
I think we'll have legislation that will be passed which will enhance penalties for those who inappropriately utilize their drones in emergency areas where they've been restricted. You're not allowed to fly in an emergency zone here. You're restricted from flying a drone into that area. They're doing that, and unfortunately, they're not only getting in the way, but they're grounding our aircraft, which means that the fires now have been able to grow and burn and cost the taxpayers an additional $8 to $9 million as of today.
Hopefully that'll be of help to their firefighting efforts. Thank you for your time, Governor.